Hello, Big Brother fans. Welcome to episode 5 review. I just had to take my headphones out because they're getting ready to do nominations. Exciting! I think I'll do a different spoilers video separate from this one. This episode was, in my opinion, fairly boring. I didn't, I barely wrote anything, But watch me take 15 minutes to tell you. Joey realizes that at that point she needs 7 votes in order to stay in the house, and so she starts going about trying to get people to help keep her stay. And I guess when she, after she's seen and talked to a few people, she realizes that, they said they're going to vote with the house. And she asks, well, who is the house? And finally gets, pretty much confirmation that Caleb and Devin were running the house. And she was pretty unhappy with that because, whenever you have 2 people that run the place, I think people get tired of it fairly quickly. And so Joey's alter ego Alex came out. It was kind of funny, but also kind of weird, yeah, and I think it scared more of the house guests than anything. And the part where they showed Devin, running in and hiding, I think that was totally, fabricated. I don't know. It just seemed weird. Like, why would he be, hiding so, behind there and, like shaking his head and stuff. It just seemed very, very bizarre. They finally very, very briefly touched on the Caleb and Amber love affair. One-sided love affair. If only the perseveration on Caleb's part on this woman was that brief. Seriously. This guy has done nothing but until about a day and a half ago, perseverated on this woman. I mean, every single conversation eventually wore its way back to her. And it's just been so exhausting listening to him. Anyway, he finally, after, talking with every last person in the house 15 times about the same thing all day long for the last 14 days, finally confronts pretty much her. And, the record scratch, when he asked her, we stare at each other. I mean, seriously, you can't write material like that. She was dumbfounded, seriously. And it's true. She was clueless. And then, I think the saddest part, and I kind of felt bad for Caleb, even, as bizarre as he is, she said thank you. That's just kind of weird, It's kind of like, ugh, like, why don't you twist that knife, So pretty much that's all I wrote before the unanimous voting out of Joey. The speech, Joey looked really cute with her pretty blue hair, and that top was just smashing. Loved it. Pow Pow was hilarious, telling her, I suck, that made me laugh at least. And then became the uncomfortable exit interview. Did you guys think it was as uncomfortable as I thought it was? It just seems like, just awkward. And I don't think that Julie could save the interview. No matter how hard she tried, she just couldn't save it and make it any better. She did ask her about the alliance since Caleb revealed it in his exit speech. And she said, oh yeah, of course he knew it. I'm not stupid. Of course I knew. He had the smell of alliance all over him. But I don't know, maybe it was just to cover her back or make her feel better. I don't know. It was just awkward all the way around. And she only was able to guess Amber correctly as being one of the 2 women in the group. We next moved on to HOH competition, and it is Greek week. So they made the men and the women compete separately. And so the sorority sisters went first, and basically it's called the Big Brother Rager. And you had to run across a balance beam, and you had to pick up a keg and move it across that balance beam to the opposite side, and then after you're done, you have to ring in. You couldn't fall off, and none of your barrels could fall, your kegs could fall, or you would be out. To add a little spinning twist to that, you got the fraternity that could throw frisbees at you from up above. And interestingly enough, to me, it seemed like almost all of the frisbees were being flown at Amber, which to me is kind of bizarre considering the fact that almost every single one of the guys up there, minus 2, I think, right, are in the alliance with Amber. Why would they be, either they're very bad at aiming, or I don't know. I don't know. Did you guys think that they were aiming it at Amber? Did you see? Then it was the time, and Amber won from the women. Then the men got to do it, and almost immediately, Derek, barely blink your eye. I think he decided, okay, I'm going to take a step in, and bam, he fell over. Because later on, I just heard him on the feeds, right, just like 10 seconds ago, ask Frankie, were the kegs heavy? So he didn't even get it across. He didn't even get across the beam to pick up a keg. So anyway, after Cody was called the winner of HOH number 2, and I was like, wait, what? Because I had already known who the winners were, and that Cody wasn't the one. And so when Julie explained that there was, they think that there was a foul, and they had to review the tapes, and so once they did, poor Cody had the taste of 5 minutes worth of HOH before it was snatched from him and handed over to Devin. And then we were told that Donnie was our second choice for Team America. Unfortunately, our first team member has already been evicted, and they said we could go in and vote for the 2 highest voted people are going to be team number 2 and 3. And then they're going to create our alliance, and they're going to be sent out on missions, and they can choose to keep it a secret, or they can I guess they can tell, which to me, telling, doesn't that sound weird? But anyway, yeah, I hope that they hurry up and have the other 2 people nominated or up, because we're losing people already, and if they continue to do this slowly, who's to say that we don't have the next person is going to be voted out next week? You know what I mean? Very bizarre. Anyway, I'm going to do a separate video after this, and I'm going to have some spoilers in there for you all. Alright, bye.